Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English Fluency, Episode 1, Intermediate Level. I'm William. Lisa, you look really excited today. Did you find a secret treasure map, or are you just happy about our new episode?
I wish there was treasure. I'm just excited for today's episode. We'll talk about some challenging English phrases. How are you, William?
I'm doing great. My coffee woke me up, and I'm ready. This episode might be a bit tough, but we can handle it. Welcome, everyone, to Easy English Fluency Channel.
Yes, welcome. Today, we'll talk about phrases for difficult, high-risk decisions. We'll also hear a conversation about a big business choice.
Right? First, we'll quickly share these phrases. They might sound hard at first, but don't worry. We'll explain them clearly and give examples.
Exactly. They might sound hard at first. Stay with us, and by the end, you'll understand them well. Let's jump in.
The first one is that stake, meaning the importance or risk involved in something, especially a decision.
Pull the plug, meaning to stop something after thinking carefully. Take a leap of faith, meaning to decide based on trust, even though the result is not guaranteed. So,
Cross the line, meaning to go beyond what is acceptable.
in the clear, free from danger or trouble.
Weigh up, to think about all sides before deciding.
Backfire, when something goes wrong and causes more problems. Put all your eggs in one basket, meaning to focus everything on one plan or choice. The another one is that tough call, meaning difficult decision. Take the plunge, meaning to finally make a big decision after hesitating.
Think twice, meaning to reconsider or have doubts.
In the long run, meaning looking at the final result after some time. The final is that on the line, meaning something is at risk of being lost. Okay, ready for listening. The conversation between Emma and Frank.
Hey, Emma, I've been thinking about our new projects. The stakes are high, but the rewards could be huge. Have you weighed up everything yet?
Yes, I have, but I'm still not sure. I'm worried it could backfire and we might lose a lot. What do you think?
I understand, but sometimes you have to take the plunge. We're putting a lot on the line, but if it works, it could change everything for us.
True, but we should think twice. If we pull the plug too soon, we might miss a big chance. If we wait too long, our competitors might beat us.
Exactly. It's a tough call. If we move forward with not put all our eggs in one basket, we need a backup plan.
We should also be prepared. If things backfire, we have to accept it won't be perfect.
Right, but the rewards might be worth the risk. Let's take a leap of faith. If it goes well, we'll be happy we tried.
All right, let's set up a meeting to finalize the details. We'll weigh up the pros and cons one more time before making a decision.
Good idea. And let's touch base with the team to get their input. They might see something we've missed.
Yes, their perspective will be valuable. Even if we're all aligned, it'll be easier to move forward confidently.
Absolutely. And let's keep an eye on our timeline. We don't want to rush, but we also can't afford delays.
Agreed. Once we've made our decision, we'll need to give it our all and go the extra mile to make it successful.
Definitely. No cutting corners this time. If we do it right, we can set a strong foundation for the future.
Okay, let's regroup tomorrow and take it from there. Thanks for talking this through with me.
Anytime, Emma. Let's make this happen. Have a good evening.
You too. See you tomorrow.
That was a serious conversation, Lisa. They had to make a big choice and use phrases to show risk and reward.
Yes, they did. They mentioned weigh up, take the plunge, and talked about what's on the line. These are perfect for business decisions.
So, Lisa, what was their main issue?
They had to decide if they should continue with a risky project. They also talked about having a backup plan if things fail.
Right. It's about balancing bravery and caution.
Exactly. They also mentioned thinking twice, which is important before making a big move.
Now let's look at more examples of these phrases in different situations.
Yes, seeing them in context will help you use them in your own life. Let's go. The first one is stake, meaning the importance or risk of something in a decision. Example, the stake is high in this new business deal.
Pull the plug, meaning to stop something after careful thought. Example, we might pull the plug on this project if sales don't go up.
Take a leap of faith, meaning to decide based on trust, not guarantees. Example, starting a new company is a leap of faith, but it can succeed.
Cross the line, meaning to go beyond acceptable behavior. Example, they crossed the line with that offensive ad.
In the clear, meaning free from danger or trouble. Example, we fixed the problem, so we're now in the clear.
So we just covered some pretty powerful phrases: stake, pull the plug, take a leap of faith, and more. Lots of business talk.
I know, right? It's like we're running a corporate meeting here, but don't worry, you're doing awesome. Now, let's take a quick breath before we move on. It's like when you're about to dive into the deep end, gotta get ready.
Exactly. A brief pause to catch your breath, and then we're back in action, ready to proceed to the additional examples for better understanding.
Weigh up, meaning to consider all sides carefully. Example, I need to weigh up the pros and cons before I decide.
Backfire, meaning when something goes wrong and causes problems. Example, our early launch could backfire if we aren't prepared.
Put all your eggs in one basket, meaning to risk everything on a single option. Example, we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket by trusting only one investor. Tough call, meaning a difficult decision. Example, it was a tough call, but we chose the safer option. Example, it was a tough call, but we chose the safer option.
Take the plunge, meaning to finally make a big choice after hesitation. Example, I'm nervous, but I'll take the plunge and open my own bakery.
Think twice, meaning to reconsider or doubt. Example, think twice before you quit your job without any plan.
In the long run, meaning looking at the final results after some time. Example, in the long run, saving money every month really helps.
On the line, meaning at risk of loss or failure. Example, our company's reputation is on the line with this new product. Come to terms with, meaning to accept a difficult fact or situation. Example, he had to come to terms with losing the contract.
Great job learning these collocations. To help you understand them even better, let's dive into some additional examples. Seeing these phrases used in different contexts will make it easier for you to use them confidently in your own conversations.
Learning a new language is like packing for a big trip. Every word you learn is another essential item in your suitcase. And guess what? Today we're adding some shiny new collocations to your travel kit. Let's get ready to dive into the exciting world of phrases that make your English flow like a pro. Buckle up, because this is going to be a fun ride.
Absolutely. Collocations are like the secret shortcuts on a map. Once you know them, you'll get where you're going faster and sound more natural. So grab your imaginary passport and let's explore these language treasures together.
The first one is that make a decision. We need to make a decision by next week.
Have second thoughts. I started having second thoughts when I saw the cost.
Take a risk. Sometimes you have to take a risk to grow.
Come to a conclusion. Let's come to a conclusion after we check all the facts.
Stake. The stakes are high for our new product launch.
Pull the plug. If things don't get better soon, we'll pull the plug.
Take a leap of faith. He took a leap of faith by moving to another country for work. Cross the line. Be careful not to cross the line with those jokes. In the clear. We're in the clear now that the main issue is solved.
Weigh up. We must weigh up both options before buying new equipment.
You know, this reminds me of planning our podcast topics. We always have to weigh up what the audience would enjoy most.
True. And sometimes we feel like we're not in the clear until the episode is live. The stakes are always high.
Put all your eggs in one basket. Depending on just one client, puts all her eggs in one basket. Take the plunge. I finally took the plunge and asked my boss for a raise. Think twice. Think twice before posting personal details online. Taking the plunge can feel so liberating, can't it? Like the time I finally spoke at that conference, such a tough call, but so worth it.
Exactly. And just like we tell our listeners, it's all about thinking twice and weighing the pros and cons before taking action. In the long run, investing in good tools saves money.
She had to come to terms with the project being canceled.
Before we end the episode, but not the season, here's our question for you. What's the toughest decision you've made lately? Let us know in the comments.
We'd love to read your answers, and feel free to use these phrases when you share your story. Here's a challenge. Use 3 of today's phrases in a short sentence. Share it with us.
All right, we're now ready to dive into the first story. Let's see how some of those phrases come to life.
Exactly. Here's story 1. When Tom started his new business, he had to weigh up the risks. The stakes were high, and he worried it might backfire. But he took the plunge, hoping it would pay off in the long run.
Wow, that is a significant decision. Starting a business is no small matter, especially when there is so much at stake.
For sure. And speaking of taking risks, let's move on to story 2. Sarah felt unsure about taking a job in another city. She decided to put all her eggs in one basket and moved. It was a tough call, but she trusted her instincts because everything was on the line.
That's a huge leap of faith. Sometimes trusting your gut is the hardest, but most rewarding thing to do.
Exactly. Now let's wrap up with story 3. At the team meeting, the CEO talked about cutting costs. Everyone had to come to terms with stopping some favorite projects, but after weighing up the pros and cons, they agreed it was necessary. Today's We Have a Challenge. Write a short paragraph using 3 of these tough decision phrases and share it with us. Can't wait to see your creativity. Go for it.
If you want more practice, read business articles or listen to podcasts about making tough choices. You'll hear these phrases often. I remember quitting my old job. Everything felt like it was on the line. I had to think twice, but in the end, taking the plunge was the right move.
That's true for me too. Big decisions can be scary, but once you come to terms with them, you often see they were necessary. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Keep practicing and embracing your emotions in English. Remember, after saying goodbye, we'll review everything we've covered to reinforce your learning. See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Always, we'll review everything we've covered to reinforce your learning. See you next time. Goodbye. Pull the plug, meaning to stop something after careful thought. Example, we might pull the plug on this project if sales don't go up.
Take a leap of faith, meaning to decide based on trust, not guarantees. Example, starting a new company is a leap of faith, but it can succeed. On the line, meaning at risk of loss or failure. Example, our company's reputation is on the line with this new product.
In the long run, meaning looking at the final results after some time. Example, in the long run, saving money every month really helps.
Think twice, meaning to reconsider or doubt. Example, think twice before you quit your job without any plan.
Take the plunge, meaning to finally make a big choice after hesitation. Example, I'm nervous, but I'll take the plunge and open my own bakery.
Tough call, meaning a difficult decision. Example, it was a tough call, but we chose the safer option. Example, it was a tough call, but we chose the safer option. Put all your eggs in one basket, meaning to risk everything on a single option. Example, we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket by trusting only one investor. In the clear, meaning free from danger or trouble. Example, we fixed the problem, so we're now in the clear.
Cross the line, meaning to go beyond acceptable behavior. Example, they crossed the line with that offensive ad.